Hey guys, gonna do a video on my 2025 EXC 300. Basically gonna do a video on how you change the radiator T-pipe hose, which is basically this part here, which is the original part, and swap it for this part here, which is an improved part from Rutherford Racing. Samco also do a version of this as well, but this is Rutherford's version of it, which is the same thing basically. And yeah, but I'm doing this video a little bit backwards because I've actually already done the prep work on how to get the that part out. It is a little bit fiddly, so I thought I'd start the video by showing you how I got to this stage, where I've got the basically the radiators off, all the fluids are out, the radiators are here. And just, yeah, gives people some tips on how to get to this part and get it out basically. The reason why I'm doing this mod is because this part here, the standard part, it's like a hard plastic, but it's prone to cracking basically. So this would sit up here in the frame inside and drop down here. You can see there's a hole there, that would be up in there. And basically when the radiators, if the bike goes over, the radiators can push against this and they're known to crack in here. So with the flex of the new pipe, which is going to go and sit up in here basically inside the frame, this has got some flex to it now, so that no chance of that breaking. And plus I think the flow of the coolant into the head is better on this new one. You can see there's a bit of a in the standard one there's a bit of a tighter hole, whereas this one's quite a bit bigger. So yeah, that's why I'm doing the modification basically. I'll walk you through the parts, which I've walked you through the path of how to get to this stage on a new model bike. The first stage obviously is taking off the fairings. You can actually take these tanks off, I've realised, with the fairings still to the tank. Basically what you need to do is you have to remove the screws from the inside of the what's it called, the radiators, which are here. Let me get one for you. So this would sit on the left hand side, and then you've got these holes here. Basically you can't see it. Hang on 1 second. This would sit on the left-hand side of the bike. So this would be on this side, if you're looking at it. And these screws here and one there, if you take those off, and on the other side, there's the same on the right-hand side, which is here. Just drop these, sorry. All right, here we go. So that would be up there like that. Try and do this on the phone. So that would be up there like that in there. You have those screws there, you can see, and then these ones, this one, that one there, and that one there would be on the other side of the fairing. If you undo those, and then on the fuel tank, you've got this central hole here basically, which is that one on the tank there. And then you'll have these ones here. Oh no, actually you don't need to, you can leave them actually. That should then just lift the tank off. So then you would have the radiators still on there. That would be the next stage. I did take off my downpipe so that I've got a bit more space on this side of the bike. Let me go around. I took the pipe off, so I've got a bit more space here to work with. That's pretty simple. It's just a bolt here. You've got the header bolts, and then there's another one here basically. Take the pipe off, and then you've got some more room. This one's a 6 days model, so it's got the fan attached. So here's the fan, which is on the radiator. I've just zip tied that up here to keep that here. Obviously you've got the wire in here for the horn, because that's going to be attached to one of the radiators. So I've taken that off, Yeah, I've covered the holes as well on the bike because I've had to wait a week for the part to arrive. So I can remove these now. So that's the flow to the head for the coolant. And then you've got the water pump there as well. And then obviously the header pipes there I've covered in masking tape. So yeah, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to basically now. Well, oh, sorry. You also, this is the pump. This is the electronics for the pump and the fuel, and then you've got the fuel hose as well, which is here, which you can just disconnect from the bike. Is simple. It's a push button. You disconnect this from the fuel tank. The other end is where is it? Underneath here, there. So it just pushes in. This cap came with the bike. It's just for when you're cleaning it and stuff like that. You can pull this off, and that'll just plug straight back into that. So I'll do that towards the end. Here's my cross pipe here. This goes from the head to the bottom of the radiator. This is all going to be connected back on. So I just had left this dangling on the bike. So yeah, I want to put this back together and film it to show you. I've also got a couple of other little mods just to fit. I've got, good start. I've got some, these are clutch cylinder and brake cylinder protections. So I thought I'd try these. These fit in here basically, and I believe that they basically eradicate this gap here. So if the bike does take an impact on here to these, this will then push against the handlebar rather than having this gap where it could snap. So I've got these little infills to put on. I've also got a new rear axle nut as well, which is more rounded, so that if it was to hit anything, it shouldn't grip. Basically, that's that. So I'll show you that as well. I did have some handguards to go on. That's why I've taken one off. But they've not turned up yet, so that'll be another video. But yeah, let's get on with it. So when you get to this stage and you've got the radiators off the bike, the tank off obviously, and this pipe, the standard one, is going to be up here. The problem you're going to find is that obviously you've got the cross link as well. These two little, where are they? They're here. You've got one of these on each side of the top bit here, like that, and that sits up in here. So this is stuck, and basically you won't be able to get this down. This won't go all the way down. You can't pull it out. You need to get this apart. So what you need to do is you need to take these two rubber parts off. You can just pull them off the end of the hose, off the end of this bit, and pull these off the end of those. And then what you'll be able to drop this down into the frame, and you want to get these holes down to this hole here. So it is up there, and you want to let it get down to here. And then what you do is you put a screwdriver through this. Put a screwdriver through that hole and through this hole here, so that then this can't twist round. And then this will be dangling a lot further down. And what I managed to do is I managed to get some mole grips around this, not too tight, so that it's going to break. And I twist, and this part twisted off basically. So I'll show you 1 second. So as you can see, it's a two-part. So while that's in the frame being held by the screwdriver, the bottom bit is twisting around, and then like this basically, and then this will come apart. This will come apart. That will then drop down, and then you'll be able to filter this bit out as well. But it won't come out all in one without basically the engine in there. You'd have to take the engine out otherwise. So yeah, that's the cheat of how to get this out. I mean, if you are going to get rid of this and you're swapping it for the rubber upgrade, you're not going to need this. But then it's a shame to break something unnecessarily. I mean, luckily my thread, this didn't have much thread lock on it. So it's quite easy to get this twisted off basically, because I think the older ones might have been all metal, and even those were prone to breaking, and I think they had a bit more thread lock on them, so it's quite hard to undo. But yeah, I managed to get mine off in one, so you know, I have still got this. It's not broken, but I doubt I'll ever be using that again. But yeah, so once that's off, that's it done basically. Obviously, I drained all the fluids out and stuff like that. I've got all the coolant in there. It's still brand new. The bike's only got like 15 hours on it, so I'll put that back in. But yeah, that's how you get that pipe off basically. You need to drop that down and get this down to that hole, put a screwdriver through, then you'll be able to twist this free, so then it can drop all the way down. So when you get to this stage and you've got the radiators off the bike, the tank off obviously, and this pipe, the standard one, is going to be up here. The problem you're going to find is that obviously you've got the cross link as well. These two little, where are they? They're here. You've got one of these on each side of the top bit here, like that, and that sits up in here. So this is stuck, and basically you won't be able to get this down. This won't go all the way down. You can't pull it out. You need to get this apart. So what you need to do is you need to take these two rubber parts off. You can just pull them off the end of the hose, off the end of this bit, and pull these off the end of those. And then what you'll be able to drop this down into the frame, and you want to get these holes down to this hole here. So it is up there, and you want to let it get down to here. And then what you do is you put a screwdriver through this. Put a screwdriver through that hole and through this hole here, so that then this can't twist round. And then this will be dangling a lot further down. And what I managed to do is I managed to get some mole grips around this, not too tight, so that it's going to break. And I twist, and this part twisted off basically. So I'll show you 1 second. So as you can see, it's a two-part. So while that's in the frame being held by the screwdriver, the bottom bit is twisting around, and then like this basically, and then this will come apart. This will come apart. That will then drop down, and then you'll be able to filter this bit out as well. But it won't come out all in one without basically the engine in there. You'd have to take the engine out otherwise. So yeah, that's the cheat of how to get this out. I mean, if you are going to get rid of this and you're swapping it for the rubber upgrade, you're not going to need this. But then it's a shame to break something unnecessarily. I mean, luckily my thread, this didn't have much thread lock on it, so it's quite easy to get this twisted off basically, because I know, so I think the older ones might have been all metal, and even those were prone to breaking, and I think they had a bit more thread lock on them, so it's quite hard to undo. But yeah, I managed to get mine off in one, so you know, I have still got this. It's not broken, but I doubt I'll ever be using that again. But yeah, so once that's off, that's it done basically. Obviously, I drained all the fluids out and stuff like that. I've got all the coolant in there. It's still brand new. The bike's only got like 15 hours on it, so I'll put that back in. But yeah, that's how you get that pipe off basically. You need to drop that down and get this down to that hole, put a screwdriver through, then you'll be able to twist this free, so then it can drop all the way down. So these bits here, which would go there, and then the radiators either side. This is all redundant now. It's getting swapped with that. So this can go, and I need to get this into there, basically in there. So this little bracket bit here moves up, which is just a support bit for wiring. So I'm going to put that, I'll move this to the side, get this in here, and try my best to get that pushed in down there. Now, so get this pushed into here, so it comes down the bottom. That's the aim, basically. All right, okay, that's in. So I've pushed it in, and then you just need to bend one of the, luckily because it's rubber, these are bendy, you can bend one down, one side, that side, push it in, and then it'll pop out the other side. So you can see that sits in there, and then this is now down the bottom in the frame. So now you've got an idea how that other bit was and why you can't just pull it down and you need to screw it off at the top. Luckily there's that grip at the bottom where you can twist it around to get that plastic part out, but that's in now. So now we've just got to put the other hoses onto this. So that's the next stage. I'm going to connect this part to the bottom, to this, onto the head, and then onto there. Okay, right, that's done now. You can see it's connected there, it's connected into there, all buttoned up, and it's running in the frame there. So we've got these clips here as well, which are from the which are already on the bike. So I need to save those because I'm going to have one on each side to go up here, and the radiator will go back on the bike like this. This one's going to go on that side, and you can see the clip's going to go there, and then this is going to connect to the other side of the other radiator. So I'm going to put this on now. This is just held on by those screws, that one there, and yeah, that one there. So that's the next stage. Okay, so that side's on now. All right, so that side's done now. You can see the radiator's on there all nicely. Connected the hose at the top. The other side's there. This I never took off, that's fine. And I've done the 2 screw holes there. So now to do the other side. All right, so now the radiators are on. And I've put the fan on as well. Connected the pipes up here from the pump, crossover. The one at the top here as well. That's done. Head's all done. This is the wiring for the horn. I'll poke that through there. And now I think we'll put some fluid into it. So obviously might have some air into the, I'll put the coolant, sorry, back into it. So obviously you have to watch out for air. So you fill it from this side. And what I'll do, I'll fill it up as much as it can take. And then I'll lean the bike over to this side. So then the fluid should run into this one, push any air out. I'll wiggle the bike a little bit. Hopefully that'll make some more room. I know roughly how much should go back into it, because that's it all there. And I can top it up because I've got a little bit more if I lost any as well. So yeah, that's the next stage. So I filled it up and you can see it's right, where is it? Oh, right near the top. So I'm just going to lean the bike over. I took all of that bottle, so it probably has got a little bit of air in it somewhere. So I'm just going to lean the bike over now. So yeah, it made quite a lot of bubbling noises, and now you can see the level's right low. So luckily I've got some more coolant. I'm going to top that back up. And then what I'll do, start the bike, when we start the bike up, we can take the cap off. That should force any air out. As long as you don't leave it running for like a minute or so, that should get all the air out, and then I can that should be done. Right, now that's done, I'm going to put the exhaust back on now. I didn't take the silencer off to get the downpipe off, but I think it's easier to take it off now to get it back on, because of the connection here, the rubber here. I think it's as easier just to connect it when this is off. So I'm going to take this off, and then I'm going to put the downpipe back on. Okay, so the exhaust is back now. Exhaust is on, bolt there. Done the springs as well, they're on. Little modification to note as well. Put the flange guard on. Any rocks up there, apparently they can damage that, so it's only a cheap little mod. It's like 15 quid, just a little bit of protection. And yeah, there's a bolt there as well, bolt, and the silencer's on. Got 2 there as well. So yeah, that's on. So now it's over to the getting the tank on. So I'm going to put the tank on now. When I'm working on a bike, the screws I use, the bolts I take off, sorry, I put them back in the holes where they came from, while the parts off the bike. I just find it easier rather than having a bunch of bolts and trying to work out where they go. I'll put them back on there, so then it's got a good idea then. So this is the bolt, the single, this bolt here is the one which holds the tank on basically. It's not held on by much. So, another thing is, I must remember to take this off as well. So I'll take that off, and the petrol tank will just sit on top, like so. I'm going to put that on properly, and onto the next part. Right, so that's all done now. Put the tank back on, screw that hole in, plug the pump in, the electrical, connected the fuel line, goes in there, just pushes in, so nice and tight. I think what I'm going to do now is start it rather than put all the fairings on, just to make sure there's no leaks or anything. And also I can just check that water level as well. So yep, let's give it a try. With the bike I always give it a little hit first, let it prime. Okay, that's okay. Oh, there you go. Bit of water there. I want to top that up again, just to make sure, and then put the lid back on it, and then put the fairings back on, and then the bike's done. And then I'm going to do those other little mods. Right, the bike's all back together now. So just to do the other mods. So yeah, just as a reminder, you don't have to take these off to get the tank off. Obviously you have to take the seat off, but all you need to do is, if you take these out on both sides, obviously the middle bolt up here under the seat, and then disconnect the electrics and the pump, you just need to unclip this bit here from under here, and then it'll basically swivel out, and you can take the tank off with these still attached. I mean, it's only 1, 2, 3 bolts if you do want to take this off, but just a little tip. But yeah, now let's put these on, these protectors on in here. So yeah, these are the protectors. They're a solid metal, and they just basically replace this part here, and then they sit snugly there to bridge that gap basically. Without it, there's the gap, and then with it, that's going to sit in there and just reinforce it a bit. And it's the same for this side as well. So let's put them on, and I'll show you what they look like after. So that's all done now. Here's my bike, all back and running together, running well. So I thought I'd show people how the bike's coming along, the modifications I've done. Obviously I've changed all the plastics, put a new graphics kit on it, and a new gripper seat from SKDA. Went for the retro look, which I'm really happy with. Because this is a 6 days edition, the bike's already got the it's got the belly pan, which is good, and it's also got the anodized triple clamps there. I think it has a steel back brake, solid steel one. The only other modifications which I've done are I've put these little fork protectors on here just for to protect the gravel or stones and stuff. I've put this grip, this pull cord here. I need to get the back one. Also comes with this front pin puller. I think that's what you call it. I've put these brake levers and clutch as well. Bar pad. And I did have the bike mapped as well. I've got the TSP ERM tuning kit, which I couldn't believe how much of a change it made this bike. It really did liven it up. Really good modification. The bike runs a lot better as well. I've also got these as well, these swing arm protectors, which you can just take off by taking this band off here. Pull that off. This is magnetically held on to this plate here, so easy to take off and wash. Also the bike's got a fan kit on it as well, because it's the 6 days it came with it. Changed this as well. Obviously I just recently put that on as well. But the next modifications are going to be I want to get a full FMF for the bike, and then I'm probably going to get the TSP valve cover, and maybe the head as well, and then that will be it for the bike. I mean, I do want to get some pegs and some gear and the levers as well, and then that will be it. That'll be done the bike. I'm really happy with it. Time to get it really muddy. But yeah, hope you like my video and hope you like my bike. Speak to you soon. So that's all done now. See where they was and what I've changed them to. Look better as well. It's a little bit of peace of mind in case this take an impact here. I've done the rear nut as well. So here's the old one. And there's the new one there. So yeah. Again, it's just a little bit more rounded at the end. It's got a cap over the end as well, so something hits this, it shouldn't grip as much. And it looks better. Goes with the theme. I'm going for a few more black parts on the bike. So yeah, now to go and give it a test ride. Make sure there's no leaks with the hoses.